Hi, I'm Lisa and welcome to my channel. Thanks ever so much for coming here. I hope you're having a great day. What I wanted to talk to you about today in this video is how I was able to self-publish my own book and how you can also do the same. So my book is actually a colouring book for adults, so it's Inspirational Quotes adult colouring book, and I designed and illustrated all the images in this book, but I was able to self-publish it. It means that it's now available on Amazon to buy, but I wanted to go through how I was able to do that and how you can do the same. So I do have my mobile here for some notes just so I remember as I go along. So the first thing I would suggest is, if you haven't already, get an idea of what you want your book to be about. Now, I know that some people have ideas running through their head, or maybe they've already found exactly what they want to write about or what to illustrate, but make sure you try and get that idea down on paper and maybe hash it out a bit more so you maybe know where you're starting and where you're finishing as well. So my idea actually came from a conversation I had with my friend Sarah. It was last September time, probably last June, July time, but I didn't start doing the book till about September 2016, and I always liked inspirational quotes, motivational quotes, and I also like to do something creative and arty. And she said, "Oh, you should just do a colouring book." So it was an offhand comment, but that kind of stuck in my head, and it started to grow and grow until I thought one day, do you know what? I'm going to start just doing some designs and seeing where they take me. And well, they got me to the colouring book basically. So the second bit, which I've kind of already said, is getting your idea onto paper. So hashing it out, making sure that you know what story you're going to go with, or whether you're writing about yourself, what kind of angle you're going to go with, or whether it's a colouring book or a book with images or photographs, that you know kind of the theme of it and exactly where you're heading. So make sure you write all that down. The third thing is the most important thing, and that's to start writing or start drawing, whichever one it is putting that pen to paper and actually taking that time out of your day to start writing. Sometimes you might think, well, what can I write about, or what can I draw? But if you've already done some of that work on step 2, you'll have a fair idea of where you're going and where you're heading. So start writing. As you're writing or as you're drawing, you want to make sure you draft it out, that you edit it, that you've looked at it, that you've redrawn it if necessary. When I was drawing, I decided to do mine on paper with pencil, and then I actually went through it again with pen, and that took a long process because I didn't know which was the best way to do it. Eventually I got into the kind of routine of doing my designs, my pencil designs on paper, and then actually tracing over them with pen. So I found that was a much better way of producing my drawings. After you finished the kind of first draft, as it were, this is when you really need to decide what's going to happen. Are you going to keep it in? Are you not? If you've written a book, it might be good to send it to an editor. It might be one that you found on, say, People Per Hour, or someone that you may know, just to kind of get that feel of what, you know, they may notice things that you've not noticed. So in my drawings, to be fair, I didn't really show that many people because I wanted to keep it to myself. I did show it to my boyfriend, and he did have some he did make some comments on what he liked about certain things and what he didn't. So I took that on board, and sometimes I listened and sometimes I didn't. But I just went with my gut instinct with my drawings. Whilst I was editing my book, I had to do some extra things. So instead of just obviously writing your book and sending it to an editor, I actually had to make the images digitized basically. So I scanned my images in to my computer, and then I actually had to download and learn a software in order to manipulate the images. So what I had to do is to kind of take away like the little marks and make them cleaner and more precise. And what I had to do is to take the little, if there was any ink that had gone astray, or I wanted to make a line thicker, I made sure I did that on the software. I didn't actually do too much manipulation because really I wanted to show it as hand drawn, and people could actually tell, you know, that it was me that had done the work rather than just a machine. So yeah, I did that. And as I said, if you had to do write your book, you would have to go to an editor and things like that. The next thing would be to format your book into the one that needs to be published. And here is where I mention CreateSpace. So CreateSpace is a platform where you can self-publish a book. Now I didn't know about it say a year ago, 2 years ago, but I learnt about it when I heard about my friend she's done 7 books so far, and she's always used CreateSpace, and she had good recommendations and good reviews about it, so I went with them. And I can't recommend any others because I've not gone with any other services really. But with CreateSpace you can set up your book, and I was able to pinpoint how many pages I thought I might have, and therefore you could download a Word document that sorted out the margins, and that was really helpful, because what that enabled me to do is then my images, I could actually put them into the Word document then. So, you know, for example, I'd have an image on a page, and then the next Word document page was a blank sheet, because it would be the back. So again, I would have another image on that page, and then as you went down the Word document it would be a blank page, and so on and so on. But that did really help. Well, that did really help actually. It saved a lot of time, even though it was a hard process in that it took time. It saved me a lot of time as well. Okay, so that was formatting your book. And then what you would do when you're happy with that Word document, or I think they have a Mac, I'm not sure. I just work on a PC, so I did use a Word document. You would then upload it as a PDF to CreateSpace, and what happens then, they can check that PDF quickly if there's any errors or if things are on the margin. One of the things they picked up was that I'd specified that my book was black and white, but my my photo at the back there, it was actually in colour, so they'd automatically change that to black and white, because that's what I specified. But you can upload that onto CreateSpace, along with, you know, you've had to put your book title in, and you can get your ISBN from CreateSpace. The next thing that you would have to do is to actually, let me just check, oh, that was it, to make sure that you have an image for your book cover. It's the same kind of thing. You would need to upload a PDF of your book cover. I actually got someone else to do it from People Per Hour, and and then I kind of wanted to change it slightly, so in the end I did it myself. So this is the one that I had from People Per Hour, and then this was the one that I did myself, so this one, and this one was the other one, and I liked mine a lot more, but I'm probably just being biased. But if you've got no design skills or you don't know where to start, there's some great, I think there are some great people on People Per Hour. As I said, that's what I used. You might have some friends that if they know Photoshop or Illustrator, you might be able to get them to do it as well. What's good about CreateSpace, they give you a template to work towards. So when you've selected your book size, it gives you a template of it's probably, this big, but it shows you the front cover, the spine, and then the back cover, and that would be your one PDF. So when that's uploaded, you then say, tick a box saying please check it. So it will check it. If it comes back with anything, you need to change it, but then it will send you an email saying it's all ready, it's okay, do you want a proof copy? So this is my proof copy. This one's not actually, it's at work. This one is my proof copy, and as you can see, it's got it in the back. It does come from America. I think it took about 10 days because I paid just a little bit more to get a faster delivery, because I wanted it, because I was so excited. But yeah, once it comes, you check it over, see if there's any mistakes, see if there's anything you want to change. As I said, I changed the front cover because I wanted to change it up a little bit, change the colours. I also, on the first one, it didn't have my photo in, so I did that. And also, I realised that some of the fonts weren't matching. Probably should have checked that before, but some of the fonts on the introduction page weren't the same as other pages, so I changed that, and I think that was pretty much all I changed. And then I got a second proof copy. Once I was happy with that, you basically click publish, and within a few, I think it was a couple of days, it is then available on Amazon. And to see it on Amazon was just fantastic, really, because all that hard work had paid off. And it's funny, really, because it wasn't until it was on Amazon that I started telling people that I'd designed this book. I'm one of those people that until something's finished, I don't like showing people stuff half finished. It's the same at work as well, and it was the same when I was doing my art degree. I just wanted to get it finished. I'm one of those people that like hiding, your work, and then I let people know. So people were like, wow, that's amazing, I can't believe you've done that. And so people have bought it. I think I've sold about 60-70 copies so far, so I'm really happy with that and how that's going. And because it's coming up to Christmas, hopefully, fingers crossed, I get a few more sales as well. But that's it in a nutshell. I know it's quite a lot to digest, but yeah, I will hopefully do more on my colouring book and share with you some more. If you do have any questions about how to self-publish or where to go, just comment and let me know, and I'll see if I can help or can do another video as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.